Okay, rough video here. Not much to eat today, just real quick meals for a reason. And jacket on. It's cold in this back room. I've turned the air vent off to back here since there's nothing back here except my closet. There's no reason to warm up our closet and stuff. So this room is pretty unused. Today, I decided to do the survey from superexperiencer.org. This is one with Sean Hargens. I was part of that pilot study where 400 people turned in the survey, and now they expanded onto it and have a survey that is completable on the internet, online, on their site. My last video, I mentioned that I printed out their worksheet, and it was just to give you an idea of the topics and write some rough notes. I thought that worksheet was going to be exactly like the questionnaire. It wasn't. It was very much more detailed. It had those topics there, yes, but asking for very much more detail, a lot more detail. Please explain this more, explain this more, explain this more. Their 2 to 4 hour completion time guesstimate, probably accurate for most people. I was 7 hours into it by the end. I skipped lunch, but I was even typing at one point. It's like, I skipped lunch. It's 5:41. I'm getting really tired of writing. I'll put that in one of the comments. So it took me about 7 hours from start to finish, because one of the things I was doing was, when I was talking about certain experiences, linking them back to the videos I have out here on these sites to prove certain things. For the one chapter paranormal, I'm thinking most people would put an actual poltergeist, psychic, some other type of psychic experience like that. However, in the worksheet, it also linked synchronicities. Typically, you wouldn't put that as a big psychic event, one of the major things that happened. However, there was one for me, a synchronicity. And that was this book. I hope it comes up normal. Well, upside down, of course. The Book of Knowledge, The Keys of Enoch. And I did talk about these pink sticky tabs. There are 35 of them. And how I recorded videos on each one of these 35 tickets. Experiences of my life. Each one of these pink 35 stickies. Each one is an experience in my life that I have recorded on video. And then I bought the book, which I didn't know about until my mentor mentioned it, that I should buy it. I bought it, read it, started freaking out, and started putting sticky tabs on here to relate back to it. When I tried going through it as a comprehensive all together for the 35 experiences, it blew my mind. I bought beer and got drunk. The synchronicities are so exact, and I can't explain it. And, I would wish that I could hope that it was made up in my mind, but I recorded videos first before ever buying this book. I had no idea what was in this book, and I had these experiences. Some of these experiences I've had that are in this book, I had before this book was written. So that is still challenging for me to grip my head around. I've only gone through it once, talked about it on the video for once. I have not gone back to look at them as a comprehensive group yet, because it's still unsettling to me a bit. Because it's like I understood everything I was reading. Some people say it's really difficult to read, and not for me. It was like reading about home, almost, something from home. And I really liked it. But when the experiences matched up to my life, I can't explain that, how that happened. And I guess the thing that unsettles me is what it leads up to, a kind of thing. If I keep putting out, if it's real, if what's happening is real, I don't want to admit that it's real, some of it, because of some things that happen. I don't want to admit that it's real. But it's there in black and white, and they're on videos before I ever bought the book. So for synchronicities, this is probably the most unsettling thing. I mean, I've had things freak me out. Entities in the bedroom freaked me out. I mean, freaked me out for a while. I've had other things freak me out for a few months before things came back to normal. This is still freaking me out, and I believe it's been over a year or two now, whatever I did those videos. When did I do those videos? I don't know. It's been a while. I'm still a little too unsettled by it to go back and look at this again. So I can't explain what's happening. And that's just a simple synchronicity. And it's just not so simple because it's documented before reading this book. And how did he know? That's it. How did he know about my life? Am I supposed to be following these guidelines without knowing? I had my whole first presentation that I ever did on the internet with a little group. I titled it "Learning Without Knowing," and this is what's happened. I've had all these experiences, and then discover it's real plus more. It's that whole learning without knowing. So I just wanted to make a video saying I did complete that survey from superexperiencer.org. It is long, longer than I expected. So sit down, it says you have to finish it in one sitting. My one sitting was 7 hours. That was tough. While I was completing the survey, my wife rang me up and said, "I'm outside in the car. Can you come get a wheelchair and get me out of the car?" She had twisted her knee on some physical therapy she's doing, twisted her knee and couldn't put weight on it. So she's using a wheelchair that we have in the house. I had bought it for my mother, but she didn't want to use it and got much better with me helping her. And so I had it here as an extra, thank goodness. So my wife is currently using the wheelchair as of today until we see what's really going on because of her knee. And that happened in the middle of the survey. So, life. But anyway, if you're interested for paranormal surveys, filling one out in detail, superexperiencer.org.